Well, hey, folks, Bill O'Leary here in this video, and the topic is going to be a will. Who should have a veto power in a will dispute? So in this video, you're going to learn three things. Number one, what an executor does. Two, what an executor can't do. And three, who resolves any estate disputes. Again, my name is Bill O'Leary. I'm an attorney, and I concentrate in estate planning, elder law, probate, trust administration, wills, and so forth. And my firm here in Jacksonville, Florida is Legacy Planning Law Group. So let's jump right in. So let's say there's a dispute over a will. Maybe a family member is maybe getting less than others and thinks that's not fair. Or maybe a family member was not named as the executor and they think that they should handle the estate. Who's going to decide who is right? Is the executor the mediator and ultimate judge with veto power? No, not so fast. So first, let's talk about what an executor does. An executor is in charge of making sure the wishes of the deceased person are carried out and the final affairs of the estate are handled. The executor gets his or her authority from the probate court to act in this role. Now, an executor can use the money in the estate in really whatever way they determine best for the estate and for carrying out the deceased person's wishes. Many times, this involves paying off debts and transferring assets to the beneficiaries according to the terms of the will. And what happens if the estate owes more to creditors than it has? Well, in this situation, the executor is going to decide how to allocate the assets among the creditors who filed valid claims. But does the executor have the final say on all decisions about the estate? No, there are some decisions that must be made by the probate judge. Remember, an executor serves in a very important role, what is called a fiduciary. This means that an executor must act in the best interest of the estate and the beneficiaries. For every decision, an executor must be able to explain how it is in the best interest of the estate and the beneficiaries. And requiring an executor to abide by a fiduciary duty, it ensures that the executor will not act in their own self-interest. It's particularly important when the executor is also a beneficiary, for sure. Yes, the probate law gives an executor a lot of power in directing the assets of the estate, but the law also requires the executor to do what is in the best interest of the beneficiaries as well as the creditors of the estate to avoid any potential conflicts of interest. So in a sense, an executor must follow the specific instructions in the will and not deviate from them. Now, what happens if the beneficiaries disagree? Maybe disagree with the contents of the will, or let's say disagree with some action that the executor took. Who resolves those disagreements? Well, the probate court does. It's important to keep in mind that attempts to contest a will can be expensive, drawn out, and often unsuccessful. And in most cases, beneficiaries can't even go to court and contest an executor simply because they disagree with one or more of the executor's decisions. For a court to remove an executor, someone, usually a beneficiary, has to prove that the executor is engaging in really bad misconduct or is otherwise, let's say, incompetent. And things like, just showing a failure, let's say, to deposit a will in the probate court, maybe a failure to pay certain debts of the deceased, that's not enough. That's not enough. If a beneficiary convinces a judge that the executor committed really bad acts, the judge can remove the executor and name a replacement. But again, it's ultimately up to the judge. Just like any job, there are processes in place to hold executors accountable, and this helps ensure the executor is not misusing their authority. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about who should have veto power in a will dispute and maybe how we can help, we'd love to talk to you. So I invite you to go ahead and book a free 15-minute phone call that we call our discovery call. Just go to the bottom of this video and click on the scheduling link. Takes you right to our calendar. Pick a time that works for you. Also, would invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Legacy Planning Law Group. A lot of great content, more on the way. So this is Bill O'Leary signing off for now. Go make it a great day and a better world.